head on to the Cleveland Browns game, the act that everybody waits for every week, back at home at First Energy Stadium. What a rough, two difficult games it's been for the Cleveland Browns. Edge out that very difficult win in Minnesota against the Vikings, and then on the road, tough loss at SoFi Stadium. Even though they scored a lot of points, doesn't make the loss any better. This game, though, Browns, Cardinals, the Browns are going to be 2.5-point favorites. Were you a little bit surprised to see that, Phil, that the Browns are going to be favored in this game? Cardinals, obviously, 5-0 heading into this one.
I feel as though that, I don't know, Vegas might have took into consideration that Cardinals 5-0, they might start feeling themselves. You know, they might have a little lapse. But at the same time, Browns played great against, even though they gave up some points, they played great against the Chargers last week. And if Clowney and these guys, this defensive front and these linebackers can keep Kyler bottled up, that's the thing. This ain't Lamar, this is Kyler. He does a lot that, like Lamar, he's fast, but he don't do all that behind the line and all that like Kyler do and make plays like out of nothing. So that's going to be their thing. Controlling the big plays, keeping Kyler contained, and really, you know what I'm saying, keeping an eye on Hopkins too. You know, you got Hopkins out there, and Baker, he got to have a great game. You know, you got J.J. Watt and them boys trying to come get him. So Baker got to go out there. I think the win condition is Baker not making many mistakes and playing up to Kyler. You know, those two going to battle it out.
Yeah, it's going to be the old battle of, you know, Texas Tech, both, you know, Oklahoma,
yeah.
And, you know, it's going to be a Big 12 kind of feel to this football game. I definitely agree with you that the win condition is going to have to be Baker, especially because that Browns defense, we don't know how it's going to look. You know, Clowney was a late scratch last week, was dealing with the knee.
I was upset when I saw he wasn't.
Yeah, I was too. Was dealing with some knee soreness before the game. He also had an elbow thing that he was going through throughout the week. And then the Browns secondary was just demolished, you know, throughout that game. They lost Denzel Ward. Greedy Williams, I like how he battled. Also in this game, two players with the same exact name. A.J. Green, Browns defensive back. A.J. Green, Arizona Cardinals receiver.
Yeah.
I would love to see A.J. Green, the Browns corner, intercept a ball intended for A.J. Green.
Yeah.
That would be just an announcer miss up.
Twister.
Yeah, tongue twister. So This is a tough game for me to pick. In all honesty, this has been the toughest game for me to pick this year because I do respect the hell out of the Arizona Cardinals. And I am worried about this game just because of what Kyler Murray is able to do. And the Browns in the last 3 or 4 years, recent struggles with containing mobile quarterbacks and quarterbacks that could hurt you with not only their arm but their legs. The Browns are banged up here. Are they going to be without Denzel Ward? Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah seems fine. But what else could they be missing defensively? I'm worried.
I am too, man, because the Cardinals is obviously, you know, one of the top team in the NFC right now. So,
boy, drum roll, please.
I'm gonna go with my Browns, man. I'm gonna go with my Browns again. Like I said, I'm always gonna pick my Browns, and I feel as though they can get these guys. Vegas sees something, I see something, so I'm gonna go with the Browns.
I'm gonna go with the Browns as well. Despite better judgment, call it a homer pick. I'm going with the Browns. The Cardinals are 5-0. They're a terrifying opponent. I love their offense. I like Cliff Kingsbury a lot. There was a lot of chatter of could he get it done in the NFL this year, and boy, there's no way to silence that talk than starting off to 5-0. They haven't had the most difficult opponents, though, to this point. Their really only notable win is the Los Angeles Rams, which that's a notable win. But you can only play who's in front of you, and they haven't played the best opponents. I think the Browns get right here. The Cleveland Browns have never lost consecutive football games under head coach Kevin Stefanski in the regular season. I think that continues into season 2. It continues into this week. Give me the Cleveland Browns beating the Arizona Cardinals to bounce back at home. And I think we'll silence some talk nationally too, Phil. I think if Baker has a big game, like you said, doesn't turn over that football and has another clean performance, which he did in LA, there's going to be nothing for these pundits to go back to other than the Browns knocked off an undefeated football team and improved to 4-2 on the season. And that feels a hell of a lot better than 3-3.
Definitely.